Hi, I'm Brad with remodelatKC.com. Today we're going to talk about strategic planning. Getting ready for your remodel, it's good to have a structure of strategic planning between the decision makers for how we're going to go about managing this project. Successful projects are always about who's in control and maintaining control. And so it's good to have a strategy for that. In my experience, there's three pieces or three phases to the successful strategic planner. That is the contemplation phase, the planning phase, and the execution phase. And just like many sequential recipes, it makes a difference which comes first, which comes second, and which comes third. For example, dog bites boy, makes a lot of sense. Boy bites dog. Sort of like that. All right, so contemplation. There should be a significant amount of time spent just thinking about your project and educating yourself as to how your thoughts turn into cash. You know, how much is that going to cost? Recently, my wife and myself were thinking about reupholstering a very nice piece of furniture that we've loved for years, and it's starting to show some wear. So we decided to have it reupholstered. Well, as we started looking at that, we could buy brand new furniture for the same price we could have that one reupholstered. Maybe two sets of furniture. So we were in a time where that kind of work, that kind of handwork, really was expensive. What'd we do? We educated ourselves. We didn't like the looks of the new furniture, and we really did like how this piece fit. So instead, we just had the cushions change fabric, change color, the things that showed wear, only had those recovered. And the finished product looked brand new, was just as comfortable, and was affordable. We thought about it long enough to where we came to a better execution than if we'd have just thought, we're going to have this reupholstered and gone out and done it. It would have cost us a lot more than it should have. The second phase is planning. And once you've decided specifically what you want in the way of a result, you start to put together plans. How much are we going to do? How much do we want to spend? What kind of budget do we want? And in another video series, we teach you how to hire contractors. But once you get near the end of your planning, you're going to start hiring contractors. You're going to share your plan with them, and they're going to tell you how they are going to execute your plan. So that's an important piece. While you're in the planning phase, you should hit some places where your idea wasn't very good, and maybe you can't afford it. A lot of possibilities, just like our idea of reupholstering a piece of furniture. Once we realized it cost as much as buying two sets, it made more sense for us to rethink it. Contemplation. What new kind of idea can we come up with? So we looped back to contemplation. Once we got the idea correct, when we put our plan together and estimated the cost, it was easy to execute and really fast. So remodeling is a little more complex than that because there's a lot of variables involved. So, strategic planning process, contemplation, planning, execution. Once the sequence is always the same. Once it's out of sequence, you're out of sorts. That's not good. You can move from one phase to the next and loop back and forth until the idea becomes more refined. But don't get to the execution phase and find yourself back in contemplation. When that happens, slow yourself down. Listen, I hope this is helpful for you. Visit again at remodelatKC.com. And if this is good for you, tell your friends.